Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Consideration and use of using the comp plan steering committee for the 2010 Census Complete Count Ad Hoc Committee. This is for the committee of the whole. And Mr. Hunter, I'm going to have you bring this up forward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's a requirement in the census, from the Census Bureau, that a 2010 Census Complete Count Committee be formed in every area. Mr. Whitney from the Census Bureau addressed us first of the month, and a suggestion was made that we use the Comprehensive Plan Committee. And I asked Mr. Dominguez to poll that committee, which he has done, and he got one yes and one no, and a lot of no response. So I'm not sure that committee is willing to take on these responsibilities. So I'd like to address Mr. Dominguez to seek other members of that committee and bring it back to us as quickly as you can.
Do we need a vote on this, or can we move forward without a vote from council as far as having this work?
We can adopt the idea of having a committee, but we won't be able to adopt the membership.
I'd be comfortable with the motion adopting the idea of an ad hoc committee, particularly for revenue sharing. And accurate count is extremely important. And Mauldin has had inaccuracies in its count in the past. It comes up once every 10 years. So you only get one opportunity and a short window at that. We have grown substantially in the last 9-10 years. And an accurate count is going to be vital for future revenues that will come from state and federal resources.
It kind of dictates federal and state resources based on population.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt the idea of a 2010 Census Complete Count Committee, and ask Mr. Dominguez to get volunteers to be part of that committee.
Have a motion from Mr. Hunter to endorse a ad hoc committee for census count. Do we have a second? Second, Ms. Getty. Further discussion? Mr. Reynolds.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I did have one concern about 11 officials serving on this committee, and there's probably absolutely nothing wrong with it. But just to me, it might get the wrong view that you're walking. Essentially, some of these people will be walking from door to door, polling and that sort of thing. I would imagine, and I might misunderstand that.
No, it's more a sense of direction to make sure that we get everybody. This is kind of a planning function, not necessarily the public function.
And the census this year is pared down, I think, to 11 questions.
It's 10 questions this time on the questionnaire versus, I think last time was 68 questions, and I think 1 in 11 households received the extended questionnaire.
But this oversight committee is to make sure we get as accurate accounting as we can, and there isn't a doubt in my mind. For one time in 10 years, we need to invest as much support to get an accurate accounting as we can, and if this is one way of doing that, it isn't going to hurt anything. Mr. Eubank?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, to that end, I would just like to point out that I think it's commendable the effort that Greenville County has made towards getting an accurate count. It's also prudent on our part to double check all of the mapping work that's been done, and we're going to do that. So at the staffing level, Pete is already has got that on his list to do, and so we're going to be reviewing that type of information, the address list, mapping with this committee, and the goal is accurate, so we want to get as many residents as we can.
Questions, comments about this?
Maybe a suggestion we should put something on the website that you're looking for people interested in doing this. Maybe
Perhaps we could get our local reporter to put a small article in the paper that we're looking for volunteers for the 2010 2010 Census Committee.
Other comments or questions? All those in favor of the motion that's been put forward and seconded, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries unanimous. At this point, we have an opportunity for public comment. Step forward, go from the front and then, and if you would, for the record, name and address. Sure.
I'm Danny Dale, at 912 Harvard Street. I basically just wanted to add on to the discussion I heard earlier tonight by all of you. I was pretty pleased to hear your frustration and discernment over continuing to lose some historic trees by developers. I think the one thing that will help you a lot too, because I run into in my neighborhood, people don't think they can cut a tree off their own personal property. They don't understand the difference between that and development property. I've had a discussion once with the city attorney, and I would encourage you, especially it was a good night to have the XIV Association representative here. Also heard upstate the early mention. I personally think this whole council and everybody, instead of us all kind of wringing our hands about the situation with no real authority, should start lobbying our state legislature to put in some very clear, stringent controls that the municipality should have with minimum civil penalties. I would recommend anything from 1,000 to 2,000 minimum, but maybe 10,000. And most of you will look back, and I can't remember whether it's February 2008 City Council meeting or April 2008 City Council meeting, but at that meeting, your city planner, John Gardner, talked about the 276 plan. And as a result of that, when the Asheville Design Team was doing that, the input that he gave you at that meeting was that any tree of significant size that you try to put into the access way in 276 was going to be $8,000 to $10,000. So that gives you a perspective of what losing a historic tree is. I gave that same input 2 years ago when everyone in the county was talking about the long-term planning and restrictions because most of the developers were ready to lynch before I got out of the meeting. But you have to look at it this way. You're not going to limit development in the city of Mauldin by having, or any municipality by having it, because you folks always have the ability to give a grant if it makes both good economic sense as well as environmental landscape balance. So you always have that latitude. So it doesn't mean that anybody takes out a tree or needs to, is automatically going to have to take it from them. But in some cases, what it means is you may have a business that won't last 3 months, and they don't take the tree out. They're really worth less than the tree was that they took out on multiple trees. So I think you need to take action. And I don't know from on the civil side of the law, if you can do like federal sentencing guidelines, which have minimum is usually the same as civil. So that's to you to determine when the legislature decides they can pass. But it would seem like whenever our legislative delegation comes to the county, and looking into it, the whole city council, as well as try to lobby with upstate forever, we're really looking at this, and possibly into 2025, we would say, hey, we need better control and some more stringent restrictions that get people's attention that don't just come in and take it out. Because there is a balance, because I'm not against taking out a tree when it's necessary. It makes more sense. But if you cut them all down and they're gone, and then you got shell buildings left, the recession kind of helps you see it. You got a lot of empty buildings, what do you really have? The trees and buildings. And so you need to be sure you're trying to balance all that between good economic growth and that. So I would encourage you to work with the municipality association, upstate whatever, and anybody else who can get attention to it. Because I've asked the attorney about when are these meetings, because I was willing to go to private citizen and all that, because I see enough of it. And as you mentioned, this is the biggest project, 10 or 20 million, they still won't be deterred by $10,000 to one tree. But it's a small project, yeah, it's all would be. And that's the one that probably hurt you the most. Because right now, you're a tree city USA. Mauldin has a tremendous amount of offer. But if we don't control how that happens, that can change. Which is like other parts of the world that don't have so much offer and not so attractive. So I would encourage you to do that.
Thank you. Mr. Jordan.